unbelievers, and this is the wrong message to be sending because this is the only message they get about who God is. I don't want this to be the only message.
Okay. So,
even though hell's a sad thing, and personally, the way I see it, hell's a horrible place.
okay. Well, if I believed in hell, yes. Yeah, if I believed in hell, I think it would be.
The way I believe and how I believe God is, and the way I believe God is, it does exist.
Sure. And if I believed, I would have a consensus that, yes, the way hell is described, it is a terrible, or would be a terrible place for someone to end up. But I guess I still, you don't necessarily think that, and I understand where you're coming from. You've explained yourself very coherently and very concisely, and I appreciate you taking the time to have a dialogue with me. But I guess it's. Do you not think that people that see this will have an adverse reaction to it? For instance,
I think most of the people who've seen it that have had adverse reactions have already made up their mind.
Okay.
Because honestly, were you an atheist before you saw this?
Yes. I've been an atheist for as long as I can remember. I mean, my parents were, both my parents. Actually, my wife is a believer, and my parents both believe in a God, though we never really went to church and things of that nature. But I've always, at least that I can remember, been a non-believer or been skeptical of a God or the Bible itself. And again, I never really read the Bible until parts of the Bible until more recently. But to answer your question, yes, I've been an atheist since before I saw this.
And that kind of supports what I just said. I think most people have already made up their mind who see it.
Sure.
I've yet to come across somebody saying, this is the reason I've decided after seeing this video I'm going to be an atheist. I've yet to come across that person.
Sure, and you said that.
If I did, I would really want to talk to that person and find out why.
Sure, and you said that you actually had people request the video to use it to help save people, and you refused to send it out.
I refuse to send it out.
Okay.
Because I've had permission, because the audio recording is copyrighted. And I had distribution permission up until about a week ago.
Okay.
I turned it over to the company who made the audio recording, and I sent them a higher definition of the video to distribute.
Okay.
Because I personally, with my job, I'm full-time here at the church with my job, I don't really have the time to make DVDs and mail them.
Okay.
I've got plenty of other things that keep me busy.
Sure, I understand that.
Whatever share chooses to do with the video is up to them.
Okay.
And that's kind of, you understand what I'm saying? I don't believe fear is a way to faith.
Okay.
I personally believe faith shouldn't even be an emotional decision. I think it should be a decision of conscience. I really do. I think you've got to make it because it's not because to me faith and believing in Jesus Christ as your Savior goes along with believing in Him as your Lord.
Sure.
Too many people, I believe, claim what they have as salvation is fire insurance. They just don't want to go to hell.
Yeah, I think it's
That's not really making the decision to be a believer. That's making the decision to say, I just don't want to be punished. I just don't want to. I fear pain.
That kind of falls in line with Pascal's wager. If you have the choice to believe and not to believe, what's the payoff? If you don't believe, you go to hell. What's the payoff if you do believe? Well, then you're saved. So I can understand that, and yeah, absolutely. So all right, well, hey, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you taking the time to have a dialogue. I think we're going to end up agreeing to disagree on certain matters, but I think that's probably something you've gotten from quite a few people, and I just wanted to make sure that, I wanted to make sure we had a constructive dialogue and something that was civil, so, it didn't explode into just a rant or an angry phone call, because I'm sure you've gotten plenty of those, so.
Yeah.
Well, hey, James. Yes.
How'd you get our church phone number?
What's that?
How'd you get our church phone number?
From your website.
Did you just go from GodTube to the
I actually went from GodTube. Now your profile on GodTube is actually set to friends only, and I didn't bother to register, so I actually just Googled TBF Youth, and I found Tanglewood Bible Fellowship, and I pretty much assumed it was you guys. So.
Okay, that's fine. It just seems really strange, and I'm not accusing you of this, but the last week, I mean, and I appreciate you being civil.
Sure.
So to speak, because we've had some people who have been very, very belligerent.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Intelligent conversation. I think that's a nice.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a regular YouTube user myself, and you know, I have conversations with theists and non-theists, and I mean, there's lots of atheists and anti-theists that I know and have talked to, and theists that I've had conversations with, and sometimes, you know, I've gone through a little bit of an evolution, so to speak, myself as an atheist, and you know, it's something that I don't really like to promote something that's not a constructive dialogue, because I think that's really one of the best ways for us to kind of understand each other and be able to coexist, is to try to have a constructive dialogue. Whether or not we agree, or whether or not we can agree at the end of the day, we can still at least have a conversation, or try to have constructive conversation to better understand where we're coming from, which kind of helps us get along a little better. So.
Okay.
Well, hey, I appreciate it, James, and I thank you for your time, and you take care.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.